on. There we go.
Too late.
I had it up, man. I had it up. I was thinking about it. My intent was to have it up.
All right. How
Just to keep you out of trouble, man. Just trying to keep you out of trouble.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
No, good, man. I'm good. Just loved yesterday's show. Always fun to have XBT on here, and you know, I was getting some engagement from some of the other plays on Liquid once we started talking about Liquid. So definitely people talking about that, you know, BTC and DeFi. So
I had a couple of links get sent to me
by Volpern, the guy Volpern Ventures, or no, they were. I saw you got some links from somebody. No, he was responding to He came back on the tweet I sent. Yeah,
one called BitMatrix, which is automated liquidity provisioning on Liquid. I haven't looked at it close enough to make any comment. And then Fuji Money, which is borrowing Bitcoin-backed stablecoins and synthetic assets without intermediaries.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's you got the opportunity. You know, the Lightning Liquid, etc., Sovereign Stacks, whatever, whoever's doing it over there. You have the opportunity now to like pick and choose the best things from, you know, a 3-year experiment in DeFi and then anchor it with a platform that you know for sure is not a security. I mean, so to me, I'm like, both, this is great.
Yeah, I agree. These are both built on Liquid, but I'm wondering if they're consumer grade, retail grade, or if they're only for, if it's only for Lightning-enabled non-custodial synthetic asset protocol on the Liquid network. Exploits the power of Bitcoin elements, opcodes, Taproot, and Lightning networks, submarine swaps to enable the borrowing of synthetic assets against over-collateralized Bitcoin positions such as stablecoins, synthetic stocks, or bonds. Oh. This first asset available will be Fuji USD, FUSD, a Bitcoin-backed stablecoin pegged to the US dollar. Bitcoin can be deposited inside the smart contract using a Lightning Network submarine swap or directly in the form of the Liquid Bitcoin, the pegged native asset of the Liquid Network. The protocol functionality can be extended to other assets such as stocks or bonds that are collateral-backed and whose value fluctuates depending on the asset reference index. This looks not consumer grade. They're giving an example of a $450,000 deposit. Well, no, here's one. Here's one with 100 FUSD, 2,000 FUSD. So maybe it is consumer grade.
Yeah, I have to dig in and look at that. I mean, I'm definitely going to spend a lot more time looking at what's going on there, because it just seems to me that in this regulatory environment where things are moving, the ball's moving constantly, that we know for sure that BTC is not a security. So it's like, if you can do something on there and piggyback that into if you're a US person in particular, I think you got some top cover with that from getting, you know, exposed.
Well, here's how I know it's retail enabled. You can deposit via Lightning. And nobody's going to be depositing $450,000 via Lightning. So that's really interesting. This is so somebody's actually building a synthetics infrastructure on top of Liquid, on top of Bitcoin. Now, I think the kind of fundamental problem here is that I think Liquid is hyper centralized itself. But I need to understand Liquid a lot better. I need to take a deeper dive, but it's still promising.
Scroll down to the credits again. Right, I saw Volpern was the guys that not all the right there. Volpern Ventures research paper, protocol heavily based on. They were the ones that reached out to us. I think they're the ones that gave us these names.
That's the one who gave us the tweets.
Yeah. So I bet if you'd look at that, you're probably going to see coverage on the 3 companies that he tweeted about, is my guess.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
But yeah, I mean, so look, it's new, but why not dig in?
Smart synthetic asset smart contracts for the Liquid network. You know me, I love this synthetic trading shit.
Yeah.
So this is, you know, because this gets you around the stupid ass day trading rules from .com era, because people were idiots. And
oh yeah, I remember that.
And we have to, like, you know, protect them after the fact from being bad traders. But
well, so you know, I wish some enterprising crypto person would put up a site maybe for everybody who's been hacked to come in and give their seed addresses to them so they could figure out what happened. I mean, that's what's so funny is like everybody talks about protecting everybody,
I
but
know.
then somebody throws a blatant thing like that up and everybody gives their seed phrase to them. I mean, you're like, what are we protecting here?
Exactly. Exactly.
So
No, that's funny. No, look, there's stuff we didn't know about happening on the DeFi front. We already knew about Stack Sovereign, and I haven't taken a deep enough dive into DeFi, which is another Bitcoin layer 2 DeFi play. So we should do that. Maybe we can get somebody from that team on as a guest, but I do want to look at that. I have no idea how they built it, what it is, what it does, etc. I know all of their volume is their 2 protocols that they deployed, which seems to be kind of the thing for a lot of these projects. But yeah, it was Vulpin Ventures who shared that with us.
mm-hmm.
I wonder if they're out of Estonia.
Oh, I didn't realize
so
that.
they've also created a wallet called the Marina Wallet, which is a wallet specifically for Liquid. Oh, very interesting. So yeah, hey, this is somebody that's doing some cool shit. The BitMatrix thing has a pool set up already. Doesn't say what it's earning. And
it looks like 1.65%.
I thought that was the amount of TVL that was increased.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, maybe I read that wrong. You might be right.
Yeah, that's the TVL increase.
That's the total TVL of, is that $995?
It is.
Yeah, but this, I think this
I don't think this is public. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the test net, because back that article you showed above where it mentioned Vulpin Ventures, there was a link to go to the register the test net and start messing around.
Yeah.
So I bet, look, if you go in there and start playing around in this, everyone, if they ever do anything, you're on the inside of that.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
Who knows what's coming next? We've had those other guys talking about, derivative stable coins off of Bitcoin or something like that. And, so there are people talking about all kinds of things. And I just get my feeling, just, again, from an American perspective, if you're developing in the US or doing things in the US, that I just think critical mass is going to come around this because of BTC and its, absolute ruling that it's not a security.
Well, the potential is really interesting. Really, really interesting. Yeah, but here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
They can rule BTC is not a security, but they may say that things like Liquid and Lightning are securities, right? These layer 2s, Stacks, Sovereign, they may say all of those are securities because they're a token issued by a group of people hoping for the price to go up, blah, 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 Huey test shit. So it's one thing to build, to say Bitcoin is not a security. It's another thing if you're building a layer 2 with tokens, is that going to be in their crosshairs? What Sean really wants to do is build the layer 2, but without tokens, right? Liquid has tokens, Stacks, Sovereign, they all have tokens, but he wants to build it using Bitcoin as, kind of the pure core of it. So I don't know how you do that without other tokens though, because Bitcoin's too slow. Like Bitcoin can't handle that. So yeah. I don't know. I don't know if,
but you're right. You're right. To your point on security regulation, that my thinking is just that, obviously it's not going to be BTC, but look, if you're building something on top of a platform that has not been declared to not be a security, then I would think if you're on a platform that has been declared to not be a security, that it might be a tiny bit easier.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think you might have, it might be the last place they look. Yeah.
Or it might be the easiest hump to get over of all of them.
And it may be that all of his buddies are in Bitcoin. So, let's keep.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah. Thanks. I do what I can.
I've been thoroughly entertained following.
I've literally had I had an hour and a half of sleep last night, and I took a nap this morning when I got back from taking kids to school for an hour.
You seem pretty alert.
I'm flying, man. Woo! All right.
Yeah.
Fucking DeFiLlama is just cranking. Let me tell you, they're fucking cranking out the projects. Let me find the first thing. They now have added, you can compare TVL of protocols.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So you can add just about anything they cover, you can add to a chart and see the levels. It does have a little bit of a slow load, but this is beta, they said. So, but look at that. So you can now compare on the timeline how they've done. So this is MakerDAO, Convex, and Curve. Anyway, I just picked randomly, but
God, that's brutal, man. That's a brutal chart.
Yeah, it's a brutal chart. I think anything I pop in here will look just like this.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, because that's the tariff.
They may not go quite as high, but let's see what we got.
Which one's the orange one? Who's that?
Huh?
Who's the orange one?
Orange is Curve.
Okay.
Which makes
because I guess the big cliff fall off is the Terra thing, right?
Let's see what WBTC looks like in here. WBTC is which one? Oh, the brownish one in the front. That's interesting. But look, it's all the same. Everybody's out. It's like everybody's the fuck out. Oh,
yeah, I guess this is more like DeFi fumes at this point, versus DeFi 3.0. But best part is everybody quits. But the people that stay and make stuff,
generational wealth.
Yeah,
look at Pancake. Wait a minute. Oh, is this Pancake down here?
Yeah, it's one of the greenish ones.
Look at Compound.
Yeah.
Compound was outperforming, and now
they were big in DeFi 1.0.
Rest of the muck.
They were real big in DeFi 1.0.
Yeah, so that TVL was higher, is consistently higher.
That's Curve? Okay.
That's Curve.
So that must have been before they started sending this stuff off into what? Convex or Lido? I can never keep track of all that stuff. But remember, there was all those proxy wars going on for the governance token. Yep.
So now DeFiLlama, all within 72 hours, they've released all of this shit. This is their beginnings of a most recent fundraise table. So table of all the recent rounds. Now there's no charts. They just added that. That's fucking awesome. I tweeted at them to add a link.
Yeah, well, you've been talking to them for a long time. I mean,
that's freaking awesome. That's frigging awesome.
It's called the Brad link.
Well, so I saw somebody else the other day saying that they requested over a month, they requested 15 different features, and they got all added within days of every feature request.
I mean, you're just crowdsourcing a roadmap. I mean, it's brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I love
fantastic. It's fantastic. So this is a great resource. I'm sure they're going to add charts. They're going to add, you'll be able to pull the data out because you can download their data. So, it's just good shit. It's really
how's Change doing in there these days?
Well, they wouldn't be in this list because Change hasn't raised recently.
Oh, I meant over on the chains, etc., wherever they are on the DeFiLlama TVL list.
Let's go. No. Oh, for Chain, it would be Fusion.
There we go.
There's Fusion number 24, up 0.5% today, 1.24 down 1.55% over the month.
Yeah, but still holding about
139, 139, 140 million. So that's good. Also, forgot what this was. Oh, this is DEX volume, new tables, new charts. All DEX is in a table instead of going through to each individual one, which is great too. So it's just DEXs. It's another new feature, another new tab. Overview
Dodo. What is Dodo?
Dodo's on it started out on Binance Smart Chain. Now they're on Arbitrum, Aurora, BSC, Ethereum, and Polygon.
Yeah, I just hadn't heard of it. I haven't heard of Orca either.
Yeah, now here I would like them to have more data and information and links in this page that they give you, but it's still great data. They're fantastic.
Yeah.
Now they added yesterday a lending optimizer calculator. So you can say what token you want to lend. Let's pick Ethereum. And you can pick what token you want to borrow. So let's say USDC, and then you get a table of everything that's available.
And you could sort by APRs, of course. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So net supply APR is probably the differential between, what you pay to borrow and what you get on interest on the deposit.
This is total API for lending. This is total net APY for borrowing base plus reward.
Okay.
And then this is lending reward minus borrowing cost. So if you're just lending, right now, Wing Finance has the best ETH deposit return, 6.72%, which is better than staking. I don't know what the reward pays out in. I assume ETH. You get that back in ETH? I would think so. So Iron Bank at 5.54%.
But also make sure that you look on the right and you look at the size of the pools that you're doing, like that one, just from a risk standpoint.
Sure.
So if because they only have 48 grand in that on deposit. So if you're coming in, obviously with, $1 million, you're going to want to look for something with a little more robust, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want it too full, but you don't want it too empty, right?
Yeah,
you need
exactly.
to see demand. You need to see demand there. So
Iron Bank. Are they Iron Finance by any chance?
No.
I'm still waiting for that dog to come back.
So I haven't looked at the liquidation. Have you looked at this? Oh yeah, we have. We've looked at this liquidations table before. It shows liquidations on the biggest lending protocols. Total liquidable assets. There's 1.6 billion in liquidable assets available. Within 20% of current price, 32 million that might get liquidated within, if there's a big drop down here.
So that means that the 1.6 B is the amount of money that's been deposited in these protocols and borrowed against.
Exactly.
And then your LTV ratios, whatever they are. This is saying that these ones that are at liquidation risk, the green number is within 20% of that. Okay.
Exactly.
That's great.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
And they do it for each of them as well, right? So
cool.
The biggest one right now is Compound. Obviously, it makes sense. They have the most volume. Aave at 9 million at risk, and MakerDAO at 9.3 million at risk.
Is this just ETH or is this everything? This is everything, right?
This is Ethereum, actually.
Oh, just Ethereum. So I just want to ask a question. You see those big spikes in the Ethereum? I wonder if that is, after that was when everybody started going into, staked ETH and parking in for the merge.
Probably.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Does it give me it doesn't. Oh, no, this isn't a dated table.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was like a.
Yeah, no, this is by amount. I don't know what this is. It's showing liquidation.
What's the y-axis? Oh, your y-axis is the dollar value.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's the range of around the price of ETH or something like that right now.
Yeah, maybe.
Where the liquidity clusters are sitting.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
I was thinking it was something different at first.
Only.
So this is kind of like a Kingfisher chart showing liquidation towers or something, or kind of.
Is borrowed. I was trying to see how much is borrowed against staked ETH. 436 million. That's interesting.
What about?
Why won't this load? Oh, look, staked soul. Anyway, DeFiLlama guys are cranking, buddy.
Yeah, lots of good data there that you could use. And when when you're looking at something you want to do something with, whether you're looking at technical analysis or you're just like the project, it's always good to look at stuff like this too. It's some of the analytics. See who else is playing. Is there commitment level? Obviously, if you come and look at something, there's nobody there. You kind of might be the first one showing up. But that has advantages too sometimes. More often than not, it doesn't. But sometimes it does. And those advantages are spectacular. Right. So just another composite source of data for your 20 data streams to make your decisions from.
Right. And, they make the point here that that this, if you wanted to borrow and make money at the same time, that's the DEX volume. Where's the lending? Back. So if you wanted if you're wanting to lend but not actually have to pay anything, you can check the net borrow APY to see if there's any opportunities like that. And in the past, there have been. Where the hell is it?
You had it. You were there just a second ago, before that screen.
Here, just
there, right there.
Around looking for it.
That's it.
So the net borrow. Shit. Wait a minute.
So is this the one where, like, you know, you're depositing it for 3% and you're getting 27% to borrow in a currency? Is that why that's like? Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So it depends on what they're paying in.
Omatic X, Wing Finance, OVIX. I don't know what that is. Radiant, I've heard of. Scream, 4.51%.
Yeah, and don't forget with these, if they're all clustered like that, audience, that, you know, odds are there's going to be, you know, in the future, significant selling. You know, so because if you're, you know, putting out this high yield to get people to take your token, why are you doing that? Because you want your token in circulation. But what do we do when we do that? We sell the token. So some of us do, a lot of us do. So you get constant selling pressure, as we learned from all of our, you know, yield farming stuff on the dual token pieces.
The question is, like, this one is Zero Matic X. So I assume it's their wrapped Matic on this protocol, Zero VIX. Is the reward getting paid in Matic, Zero Matic X?
It must be.
Oh, that filters when you click on project. That's interesting.
OVIX on Polygon.
Their numbers are so high, it feels like a rug pull. I mean, look at this. Fucking BTC, it's 14.76%. My apologies to anyone affiliated with Zero VIX, but these numbers are way too high for this market.
Yeah, I mean, look, this would have been like, oh, T-bills a year ago or 2 years ago. You'd be like, ah, my guy's too low. But, you know, I 7 trillion over here. But, you
deposit
know,
and borrow against Bitcoin at 14.76%. Please. That's, I don't know.
Well, you know, how much is in there? I didn't really see how much is in the protocol.
I'm looking here. I went to the page.
Okay.
So there's only 8.3 million total deposited in the entire protocol. It's pretty interesting.
I don't know. It's a lot of other protocols from the past have a lot less than that in it now.
Oh, now they're showing 19.31% on fucking WBTC. The fuck?
Yeah, I mean, this stuff won't last, but, you know, like anything.
Yeah.
You know, assuming the protocol is trustworthy and it's not a rug, which I don't, would be such a ballsy, crazy suicide Russian roulette move to like be doing that now with all, with everything going on in the markets.
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of the concept of marketing money, basically, to attract users and build a community. But, you know, like we said, it's going to be a ton of selling pressure one day. And this probably is every time people claim. I mean, I don't know how this is set up when you claim and stuff like that, but, you know, most people are going to be dumping when they.
USDT earning 8.89%. All right.
After the official VIX token launch, you will be able to start claiming your pre-mined VIX rewards. Well, maybe this is a pre-mine. Maybe.
Oh, that's
yeah,
why
there you go.
I'm so glad you saw that, because I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, there you go. So look, man, I don't know anything about it. I haven't read the white paper. I don't know what the team looks like. I see a team up there. I see advisors. You know, I mean, obviously,
we got real people.
This is where you're going to get the highest returns, earliest in.
Oh, he's founder of GoGo Protocol, serial entrepreneur. Oh, we got real people. Well,
and they're on Polygon.
This is interesting.
Yeah,
core developer from Sushi is an advisor. If these are legit, now don't forget these have been faked before, so we have to be careful. But Quick Swap CTO.
What's the URL?
DeFi Polygon. What the fuck? Is that for real?
Is it?
That's a legit profile. Looks
is
like
that Zero VIX? Yeah, ZeroVix.io.
If this is legit, Mudit, he is top-notch, highly fucking respected dude. Like if he's an advisor, my level of trust just went fucking soaring.
Okay, scroll down to edit those advisors again so we can see. With oh yeah, shit.
That's look, they got two head of DeFi at Polygon and Polygon's evangelist on the as advisors.
And Polygon's security guy.
Yeah.
Chief Information Security Officer.
And it looks like they're doxxed.
Yeah.
Shit.
Did you go to LinkedIn? I mean, I'm sure that. Let me go. What's the one guy's name?
It could be fake.
Yeah,
Gary
but you can usually tell by how many.
Here, this is the CEO. 1,629 followers, 500 plus connections.
What's his name?
Gary Krugel Jakau, something.
Krugel, yeah, he came up first. All right, entrepreneur helping onboard the next 1 million users to DeFi. KRUGLJAKOW. Yeah, that's him. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to see if Mudit has tweeted about it. What's
it
it called? 0VIX. No tweets from him about it.
Well,
none that I can see.
I didn't know I was connected to the founder of Aave.
Oh, nice.
Shit. Yeah, he's connected to him too.
Well, that looks pretty good. I want to dive deeper into this shit. I mean, it's so you're not going to get your tokens. Okay, so it's a locking mechanism. We need to dive deeper into how this works, but
yeah, and maybe the crew could. Oh, here we go, Shizzy. Yeah, buddy. Maybe we can all get in on this and see what we learn and talk about it tomorrow. Whoever has some time, because everybody has a different perspective.
Live research. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fascinating. Yeah, I do.
Do we have anything up on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap on tokenomics, like what they're doing? Anything yet?
I don't know.
I'm going to look there. And what is it? Oh, zero VIX.
0VIX. Oh, here's the research they did in June.
Nothing there.
By Amit Chowdhury of Polygon. And then this is what they based it on. Wow. Okay. Well, I gotta say, I'm intrigued, dude.
Yeah, it's a pleasant surprise. It's like a little treasure hunt today.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Do they show any any investors?
I got nope.
Newslink doesn't work.
I got a Telegram channel. We got an abstract on this lending protocol. Let me hit Telegram channel and see what's going on there. Oh, are you following him on Twitter yet?
I am now.
All right, so
their pre-mining went live on September 16th. You can supply and borrow on any market on ovix.com and be eligible for pre-mined VIX rewards. The more you lend or borrow, the higher your rewards. So I have a feeling that's what's influencing those rates, right? They've been at all the big shows with people doxxed. I'm going to get them on the show.
Yeah,
I was already following this guy. All right, I'm going to I'll invite Gary to the show.
Yeah, and I'm just going to, here's a thing on OVIX pre-mining VIX explained. I'm just going to retweet that out right now. It's out, so everybody can check that out. Yeah, look, man, this is why we do it, to find something interesting like this, and then we can explore and see if
it's been a while since we found something that excited us, and in this case, it's exciting us at like 16%.
Yeah, I mean,
that would have been 16,000% in the old days.
Well, dude, it's just that Bitcoin DeFi. It's just so like last century now, man.
The two highest stable APYs on 0x Polygon with single exposure, no impermanent loss, and audited protocols only are on 0VIX. So that's awesome, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, DeFiLlama.
Yeah, man.
Shit, I would have never found these guys, dude.
Nah, me neither.
If we had just ran into them while going on DeFiLlama.
Exactly.
Yeah, this looks pretty interesting.
No, it's awesome. I want to take a much deeper dive into this just financially.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. All right, let's see what else we have in the news. I don't want to go long today, Joe. I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm kind of worn out today too. So why don't we kill it in like 15 minutes?
Yeah, we'll do our normal 12:45.
Yeah.
This is all that. Oh, Celsius top 3 execs cashed out $42 million in crypto just before bankruptcy. There's a shocker. Hard to blame them. Can you blame them?
Well, it's kind of tricky. And something I said was, we don't know what these, and I actually had dialogue with the CTO there, that Duke or whatever his name is. But, some of it said collateral, was noted as collateral. So I don't know if there was their money in their accounts and then the other stuff was like company money, or if it was money in accounts and the rest was upside, or, or if they just bonused themselves. We don't know that. But the thing about being in bankruptcy court, the Southern District of New York, is they will figure it out.
Well, and here's the thing. Here's the thing that bothers people. If it was deposited like everybody else in the protocol, I mean, in the centralized shit, and they knew it was going to get locked up and they didn't want to get it locked up. I don't know if it's illegal, but it's sure as hell fucking shitty to then turn around and lock up everybody else.
Well, it definitely would come under the insider type rule. I mean, the insider stuff that doesn't really get caught is things like when there's good information, so you don't sell it. So in this case, if they knew it was great information, everybody else was pulling, but they left it in because they knew it was going to be good, that's hard to catch. But when you're making moves right before, and I don't know the timeline, so I don't know if this is months or if this is like the day before, but if you know that you're getting ready to lock everything up and then you pull all yours, right? You got exposure there. I don't know how deep or how bad, but at a minimum, I would say that the bankruptcy court's going to order you to return the money.
It would make sense. That would make sense.
Yeah. So, and that's, you don't do that. That gets you into the criminal stuff. And why would you do that? Just give the money back,
Exactly.
If it's not it's inappropriate, yes.
Speaking of criminal stuff, the first arrest in the Terra collapse has occurred. Head of the business team of Terraform Labs, Yu Mo, first person captured, and I thought I saw earlier what the charges were, and I can't find it.
I mean, look, another thing, you just don't want people to be writing an article that says the first person captured. You want to be like quietly reporting for arrest some way with lawyers.
Negotiating
voluntarily. Nothing to hide. I'm here. It's just taking a while to get going. Let's get this on. You don't be saying you're captured.
You want to be the guy that they found.
Every potential juror now. I mean, I don't know South Korean legal system, but I would assume there's some kind of a trial thing. But so every potential person is seen, oh yeah, this is the guy who was captured, which implies running away.
Yep. Violating the Capital Markets Act and fraud by manipulating the market price of the stablecoin Terra USD. So
yeah, again, that's gonna be pretty. I mean, that type of stuff's hard to prove, just because you have to be able to prove intent in order to get at those fraud stuff and the manipulation stuff. I mean, you could say, oh yeah, I manipulated it because I didn't want my investors to lose money. I was trying to save my investors. And then they're like, oh, but that was still wrong. And then, but boom, you don't get like the multipliers attached for being, a total scumbag. You just get nailed for breaking a rule.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, all things to keep in mind if you're running this high wire act, because it's not always ineptitude that gets you in trouble. It's sometimes competitors, take you out basically. And set you up and do things. And so you just have to be super careful in this game because nobody's your friend.
That's right. This is just weird and not weird to me. MakerDAO is going to invest $500 million in U.S. Treasuries and corporate bonds. I mean, sounds like a nice, safe, conservative thing to do to secure your protocol, but it's also kind of weird because it's like now it's got to be like a human interaction thing, a bank, a wire transfer. It just seems kind of strange from the perspective of a decentralized protocol doing something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you hit on it. Yeah, that's it. You got it.
Says they captured this guy so he can flip on Do Kwon. They want him only. Yeah, I think you're right, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think they want the staff at this point.
No.
Or the CXOs or whatever. I mean, he's the cult of personality, and that's who they're going to go for.
Right.
You know, I think two things are going on here with this. I mean, I agree to you on the efficiencies and all of that, but you know, there's a lot of talk about real world backing on some of these, you know, different types of coins or projects or protocols.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit like that, but it also might be a way to say to the US government, hey, look, we're part of the team.
Yeah.
You know, so,
true.
you know, let's just, we'll write a check for $500 million, get on board right now, and then we'll sort out whatever mistakes we might have made in the past. And so then you're going in as a cooperator. You're not going in as captured. That's
a good point. Niblet says earning 5% with minimal risk seems like a prudent play. Yeah, and I think you're right, dude. It is. I could see it. Why? I understand the why of it. It's just so odd to have a protocol putting a decentralized protocol putting $500 million into this whole centralized process. You know, you got to set up a bank account, you got to do the wire transfers, you got to go through all the paperwork and how do you get can you buy short-term treasuries like at that size without being accredited? I mean, they're not an individual; it's a corporation, I guess. Is it a corporation?
Yeah, it'd be well. I mean, I don't know how they're structured. I would suspect that they're, you know, would probably have some kind of investment entity, an LLC or something like that, you would fund it through.
It says the asset advisor is Monetalis.
Yeah, I haven't heard of them.
Signum, digital asset bank Signum is the lead partner in the $500 million
there you go.
Effort. So that's how they're going through it.
Okay, what does it say here? Mega said is remaining investments follow. Signum says working with BlackRock, Switzerland, to allocate $250 million in the first phase of the plan. Yeah, there you go. So what do we know about crypto in Switzerland? Legal.
Right.
Capital gains not taxed.
Yep. Exactly.
So, you know, that's a really smart move at that point. So stacking treasuries in BlackRock, Switzerland.
Yeah. No, it's good. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Eamon says, not sure if anyone still had any Solidly tokens. Andreas project on Phantom, Andreas Cranier, looks like it's being burned and migrated elsewhere. What the fuck?
So why does that name sound so familiar to me?
Andres Cranier?
No, Solidly.
That's that project that blew up Phantom's volume like massively, grew it,
made
it one of the top contenders.
That was the whole one. He played
that game. Remember the NFTs and being awarded to the top 10, and it created this competition, and everybody piled fucking volume in and created, basically fabricated projects to get in on the money and blah, blah, blah. That's interesting. Niblet
I remember that being quite a big word back then. Yeah,
it was a mess. Where else is crypto legal and untaxed? And Shizzy said it's going to ETH this month. Solidly's going to ETH this month? Must be. Solidly, he's talking about. But is Cranier back? That's what I want to know. Is Cranier back? Yes. Shizzy said Solidly's going. Tell me Cranier's not back. And people aren't going to jump into something else he fucking pulls.
Niblets, just on your point, I think UAE, is probably the same situation, no tax on crypto. And I know Portugal is very crypto friendly, but I don't think they tax upside, but I think they tax like they should, compensation in it. But I could be wrong. And Singapore also, I don't know how they play the tax game there on crypto. I know they're friendly, but they do have certain rules that you have to follow. But I think there's probably El Salvador is probably El Salvador. I know for sure. Wait, is it? When I was talking to those guys down there on that project, that real estate project, there was a lot of stuff going down there with passing a law for no capital gains on crypto sales. So they were trying to package that up with a investment scheme and a dual passport and things like that. So you could, I guess, go there and sell it and, not pay taxes there. But as most Americans know, don't try that one at home, boys and girls, because you're still eligible. You still have to pay in the U.S. So
yeah. Here's what I gather.
Stuff.
Here's what I gather so far. So what they mean by moving to Ethereum, they're leaving Phantom completely, and so there must be some mechanism to burn your Phantom solidly tokens to take to Ethereum solidly. But look at this. Look at the sign. Departures, Phantom Network. Really interesting.
It's a nice little thing.
Yeah, it's a nice little thing.
I mean, what's the? I mean, I don't know. Why not Polygon? Why ETH? Do you think?
More volume right now,
and
it's a liquidity play. So that's where you got to be if you want to get the volume. So
I guess gas fees are lower. I was just wondering if, because I was always, we were doing all that stuff on Doki Doki over on ETH before they migrated or opened up the Polygon side. God, I remember just getting gashed on fees, and it really became a thing where you were like, oh, do I really want to do this? Or, you buy more just because the gas is so high, which blocks a lot of people out of those trades. You can't be like, DCAing 6 cents, let's say, daily into pools or whatever, or claiming rewards, until they're higher than the gas. Again, I don't know exactly what this model is going to look like there, but I guess it just has to be what you said. It has to be the traffic.
Oh, here's the scoop. Okay, so this is not. This is
a different one.
This looks like it's an attack on the existing solidly. So solidly and its developers, this solidly ETH, have fixed all your bugs and are launching a new version of the protocol. The official domain is solidly. Them retweeting the original solidly or its developers are not associated with any forks on any chain and are not launching a new version of the protocol. The official domain of solidly is solidly exchange. So this is a bit of a vampire attack. They're getting everyone on solidly Phantom to burn their tokens. I guess this is fucking confusing.
Yeah, well, when the original developers are saying,
if this is what it is, this is fucking this is deceptive. This is deceptive.
Yeah, because it makes it look like
animation. This whole fucking animation pretending like they're
solidly .exchange. Yeah.
Pretending like they're leaving Phantom as the builders of Phantom. That's not the case.
No, it sounds like it's more like Geist and the Blizzard finance thing, on a bigger scale, of course, where, but Geist was supportive of that. This is more like you said, this is unauthorized group hijacking a brand and creating a narrative that the bigger one is leaving the chain when it's not.
Now, I don't know if the existing solidly is like a going concern or not. I haven't kept up with it, but it's still kind of fucked up. Well, oh no. See, yeah, look, the last tweet was March 21st. My feeling is they're probably not doing anything, and so whatever this is, that fuck it, we'll fork it, and we'll. Are there any active? Is there anything active on the chain? No, there's nothing active there, so that's why. Okay, now I don't feel so bad about it. So
no, I don't either at that point, because it's a reincarnation. It's an attempt to spin it up.
It's a dead chain. Yeah, Eamon says it's been up. It's been put up by the teams maintaining it. It's in the 0x DAO Discord too. It's basically dead and broken. Yeah, I get it. That makes sense. Thanks, Eamon. Thanks for clarifying that, because that was getting a little sketchy looking. So Niblet says, as legal tender, it would be hard to levy cap gains on BTC and El Salvador.
Extremely
interesting.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, somebody else I was reading about was just going hard on crypto. Kazakhstan. because
yeah.
Binance got their forever license at Kazakhstan for crypto today or yesterday. And so, look for something like they want to be crypto hub of the world is their aspiration.
Yeah, exactly. Makes sense.
So if places aren't charging taxes, then those places won't either.
Yep. Alchemix is launched on Optimism. So I missed that the other day, but last week, but they are now also on Optimism, and that's their strategy is multi-chain. And then they'll start adding higher risk vaults for people to pay off their loans faster. So banks worldwide are reportedly own 9.4 billion euros in crypto assets, which is interesting. Banks actually owning that much. Not what I would expect.
And that's the bank itself. That's not like
the bank itself owning it.
The wealth management clients.
And it's not Stables. And it's not Stables.
Yeah. I found that interesting. I was surprised that it wasn't Stables, but I guess, it's speculative money at that point for the bank. They want to get more alpha or more delta.
The exposure consisted of 31% Bitcoin, 22% Ethereum, and Bitcoin or Ethereum related derivatives were 35%. Other notable mentions were Polkadot 2%, XRP 2%, ADA 1%, Solana 1%, Litecoin 0.4%, and XLM at 0.4%. Very interesting.
So basically BTC ETH and then a whole bunch of other stuff.
Wait a minute. 50.2% were for custody, wallet, or insurance performance. Another 45%, 7% were held for clearing and market making. Finally, an estimated 4.2% of cryptocurrency in the category was used for borrowing and lending.
That's interesting. Right, so they are lending on it.
Yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So
it sounds like if they're holding 45.7% held for clearing and market making, and that tells me that they're running like some OTC peer-to-peer stuff within the banks themselves.
Yeah, they're doing like a custody and swap thing. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
that's kind of interesting. I mean, small fledgling size, but one day that's going to be a big number.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Wait, what was that? I said, oh, sorry. I'll look it up later.
Okay.
I was trying to remember that last thing was, but go ahead.
Swift is desperately trying to hold on to their relevancy and are claiming that with a partnership with Chainlink, which is kind of disappointing, that they can carry out transactions across multiple blockchains and utilize blockchains. So on one hand, it's great. On the other hand, I'm not excited about Chainlink helping CBDCs. I until I see responsible enactment of it, I know it's going to happen anyway. I'm a little concerned about Chainlink supplying the mechanisms for helping them manage CBDCs. But I'm also glad to see, such an antiquated thing like Swift, being potentially upgraded to the blockchain. But I don't know. It's all a little sketchy to me. It's all a little crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say one thing. There is an opportunity though. I mean, I don't really understand. I mean, CBDCs, I mean, we know the bad shit in there that we see that we don't like. Like the being able to drain people's wallets and bonus them for behaving properly. The surveillance.
Force them to spend. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So think about that in China. That's the example I think of. What they're doing already, exactly. What would they do with this? That bothers me, but I'm wondering maybe there's a way that Chainlink and Swift design the system so it's somehow, maybe there's going to be standards built around these CBDCs where they have to have certain, I guess things that might prevent the more draconian things. Because I don't think it has to just be flat. Like, there could be it could be like a token or NFT or something like that with some serious code in it, right?
Yeah.
and it's called the stable coin. So maybe there's a way to design a system that it only will function in the future, with the ones that adhere to the right principles.
That would be nice.
For the crypto community. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I have no idea if I'm just, Alice in Wonderland here.
On this topic and the possibilities, I'm going to refer everybody once again to Niblet's piece that he posted in our Reddit, because it was really, really good, really insightful. It makes a ton of sense. And it was related to, nations adopting the blockchain, Ethereum or whatever, as a currency, but with the concept of giving users, citizens, the ability to have their own control, but giving nations the ability to incentivize, right? Like one of the fears is that when it's a CBDC, that they will force people to spend money because the economy's tanking, right? And so there will be some expiration on money, or there'll be some seizure of money, or they'll be falsely charging people, or they'll be monitoring people and violating their privacy. What Niblet suggested is that if they adopt an existing on-chain currency like Ethereum or a stable coin, that now they could incentivize people for not spending or spending by providing them with yield or providing them with, something else. So you could lock up your tokens because you don't want money being spent, or vice versa. So I encourage everybody to go to our Reddit and take a look at it. It's a really good piece.
Well, what I like about it is, it's sort of, to me, when I look at, obviously, I think everybody knows I was political science, international relations major for undergrad. So I always, I study a lot of world politics and, obviously a lot of US stuff. And so, I kind of see the aspirational stuff of democracy and checks and balances, obviously tons of problems. But it seems to me that, what Niblets was saying fits into that kind of like, what I've been positioning of how like DAOs are like checks and balances democracy, in its ideal state. It's the same, hopefully near the same thing. And what he does is he comes up, in my mind, with some really clever incentives there on how you could influence societal behavior without mandating societal behavior. And I think that's what everybody wants. I don't think any of us like to be told what to do, wherever you are on the spectrum. And by that, I mean the political spectrum. So or maybe I mean both. Isn't everybody a little on the spectrum regardless?
Oh yeah.
But to me, I like that, and it seems to me that these are social experiments as well that can turn into something that's going to be meaningful.
I agree.
Just like all of these, and we find like things like pure decentralized plays, those ideals, that can eventually turn into something super meaningful. It has to take time, I guess, or have totally that killer app. So it's good stuff.
I'm ready to wrap it up today, Joe. How about you?
Yeah, it's nap time for me.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Eamon, Niblets, Shizzy, and that's it. No Sean today. He must be at the pub already or something. Thanks everybody for participating. We appreciate you. We love you. We'll be back tomorrow with more information news, and I'm going to dive a little deeper into that new protocol, by the way. May dump a little money over there and see what happens. Especially with the names that are on that
Zero VIX
team. And yeah.
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah. If you get a chance, please take a minute, give us a ranking, a rating, and a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It does dramatically helps to boost us in the algos, gets people seeing us more. So it would be greatly appreciated if you could if you like what we're doing, please just take 2 minutes to do that. If you haven't yet and you're watching us on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and click the little bell so you get notified when we put out new episodes, but also that can help us as well and the algorithms over on YouTube. And that's it, man. I'm good. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thank you for participating, guys. Joe, hope you have a great afternoon. Sweet dreams.
Thanks, buddy. You have a good one too. And look